And as always, thank you for joining us on Patreon or YouTube or whatever. It means a lot, and we're very poor, so thank you.
Yeah, we are appreciative.
Every bit of money we get comes to improvement of our channel, so
yes,
we thank you for this.
We will only stay appreciative until we're rich.
Of course, yeah. Once we hit a certain
fuck
threshold.
all of you.
Yeah.
But until that day, we will remain humble. When we first started, a lot of those first episodes, it was just a lot of a quick snappiness and like a lot of heavy editing and stuff. So
yeah.
So going with like a non-edited feel, like it's kind of nice. It's different from what we've been doing, you know.
It leads me to believe that we do actually have skills in when it comes to public speaking some of the time.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, exactly. But if you wanted to watch white men be insecure for 30 minutes, you've come to the right place. So here we are talking about it.
That is the channel. Horny for animation, white men insecurity.
So the most relevant thing, I mean, I could go on and on about parents forgetting their kids at the bus stops and all that, but what I want to draw attention to.
You are a bus driver.
I am a bus driver. Yes, yeah. I will kill your children.
Oh
no! No, just if any of my employers buy my Patreon, I'm just fucking around, guys. But
I only seriously maim the children.
Yes, of course.
I'm not allowed to murder, or else I don't get my severance package.
Yes, my what? Oh, it's been like 10 minutes. Welcome to the pajamas episode. Yeah, we're getting cozy, so you don't have to.
Yeah. Last episode was the Ahegao drip. This episode is the bed drip.
Every episode is going to have themed clothing. Don't hold me to that, though.
Yes, we will be nude in the next episode.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
That'll be. That's a promise I can't keep, though.
That's why they pay the big bucks for this podcast.
Well, and see, I wear a blanket, so it'll be like all right for me. Well, you did pay for the Mitch's Grundle packet.
You did. So you are going to get that at some point. Be wary of that. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dave from Disney.
The newest member of Tube Dudes.
Yeah. We fly him all the way out here every weekend to get in the pod, you know.
All the patrons love him more than us.
I hope so, honestly. I mean, we could get even more patronage through our newest member, Dave from Tube Dudes. From Disney.
All our Patreon money goes towards paying Dave to come here.
And it doesn't remotely cover it, but we do it anyway. Brought to you by your history lessons with the Tube Dudes. In World War II, Mexico did something. Hitler was there. This has been your history lesson with the Tube Dudes.
Well, you know what's funny is that at least learning about World War II in America, I don't know how it is in other countries, but probably vastly different.
Yeah, I only lived in America. Who would have thunk?
Depending on what country you live in, obviously you have a different feel on world wars.
Indeed, yeah.
But
generally, most people think that they're not too good. Hey, if any of y'all are watching this, please tell us exactly how we were wrong, because we were.
Yes. They were just like, Mexico didn't even exist in World War II.
Everyone knows Mexico didn't exist until 2016 when Trump built his wall to create Mexico.
I love the headcanon that Trump built Mexico, built the wall just to keep this new thing that he built away from America.
He funded it. He created all the legislation. He put the president in power, and then he was like, "It is my life's mission to make sure that this thing does not ever bleed into my thing." Even though that's my thing, I made that thing.
It's just the greatest conspiracy ever that he built Mexico to unite the people against something.
I mean, he does know how people's brains work, I guess. But that does beg the question, is that a conspiracy theory that we could reasonably see somebody believing one day?
I hope so.
That would be a funny one.
You must remember the year of 2020.
I certainly do, as if I lived it.
A year that will go down in infamy as probably one of the worst years in recent history.
Yeah, we made our first video that year. So that is exactly the reason why.
Tube Dudes was born, which really was the sign that end times are upon us.
Yeah, the biggest plague on humanity, us.
It's just so funny, because you look at just all these other countries that are just like, oh yeah, protect people that need protecting, bet. And America was just like, fuck you! Don't take away my rights!
Well, I mean, I think from its inception, America was always like that. Was that hair-dyed punk rebel child, you know? Because
sure.
for as much
your
as
tea, it's going in the river. Yeah.
I rag on Twitter a lot, but I truly do hate that platform, man. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's a rough one for sure.
It's the epitome of people just shouting their opinions into the ether, and then if you don't think it's a fact, they'll basically get a bunch of gang members to come to your house and do a hit on you. You know,
Yeah.
So that's why I avoid
but virtually.
that. Of course, we call that doxing.
It's something where anytime I turn a TV on anymore, it's just like I feel sadness. So but you do have to sometimes brave that sadness to know what the fuck's going on in the world, so you can sort of try and make sense of it all.
Yeah.
But I think more than anything, times like that, people like us who are more the creative types and doing that, like, I feel like that's the time where we have to sort of dive into our work a lot more and
Yeah, it kind of is.
try and make this fucking shitstorm of a life a little more bearable. This episode being called Tube Dude Saves America.
That's a great name for it. I was trying to think of names the whole time, like the episode where we don't get political. Dave from Disney. Tube Dude Saves America. Fuck yeah, what a great first
Featuring
episode.
Dave from Disney.
That's it, man, we did it.
Elsewhere. To me there's purpose in knowing the sky has no reason to dress in sparkling lights. The meaning that I take from this speckled sight, our love will come to be. So listen and you'll see this inviting tune that the stars make with the moon.